Okay, everyone, we're going to start our post-race press conferences with our third-place finisher, driver number 99 Affleck Ford, Carl Edwards. Carl, good effort today. Tell us about it.
Yeah, that's probably one of the strongest performances we've had as a team in a long time. It definitely is. And there at the end, I felt like we were coming on. We had a very fast race car. And Greg was real fast, and Matt was real fast, and I think if we could have capitalized on those tires, had a little bit of track position, maybe it's pretty close. Maybe a little bit of a caution or something like that, we'd have been really, really good. So this is how you have to run every week if you plan on winning races. And fortunately, we've been running like this for a while now. It's really good.
All right, we'll take questions for Carl Edwards. Raise your hand. We'll come around. We'll start down here. We'll also take questions from upstairs if there are any.
Hi, Carl. Tom Jensen, Speed.com. Ask you this Friday, are you there now?
We're close. We didn't have a dominant car, but we had as fast a car as anyone, and that's about all you can ask for at this level of sport right now. It's pretty amazing how competitive it is, and I think that. Like I said, if we can run like this every week, we'll win our fair share of races. We just have to keep doing this. We have to make sure we understand why we're faster. It's not good enough just to be faster, and we can apply these things going forward. I mean, the chase could be really, really good for us.
Just a quick follow-up to that. How high is your confidence level?
Our confidence level is pretty high. We'll see how it is after Bristol. That can shake things up, but. What we needed to do here was come in here and pad our points, in front of 13th, and we did that. I don't know what it is now in front of 13th, but it's getting to that point where we can start to feel comfortable, and that's huge. I don't want to go into Richmond on the bubble.
Here, before we continue, just a reminder, name and affiliation, please.
Yeah, Carl David Newton, ESPN.com. I mean, when you look at Harvick, he's 293 points up on second place. But your team's coming on strong now. Is this a good argument for why the chase is good? Because a team like yours can make up that kind of gap now that you have a playoff.
Right. I'm torn on that. I feel like a guy that performs well through the whole season, he deserves something. And but this chase is good for us right now, that's for sure. And I still think that I don't think that you can say there's a favorite right now. I think that if you look at how our teams are coming on, Denny's running really well. Anybody could steal the show. So I think the fans are in for a fairly dramatic chase. I think it could be really good, exciting. Could be really exciting.
Jeff Owens, Scene Daily. Carl, Greg was up front all day, but you came on strong at the end. What did you do toward the end of the race to pick up speed like that?
I had a really good restart at the end. And actually, Greg gave me space one time, or maybe he shouldn't have, and that helped us a lot. So he was a heck of a teammate today. I had a little bit of a run, and I dove down right in front of him, and I missed him by an inch or two, and he gave me a little space. So that was huge. I think Greg's car was better than ours. He was faster, but it just the way things shook up at the end that allowed us to kind of get up there in the front. Bob did a really good job with the last adjustment. The car was super fast on the restart.
Okay, we're going to go upstairs for 2, then come back down to Don. Go ahead. Go ahead to the press box upstairs. Okay, we're going to continue down here with Don, and we'll come here in the front.
Don Coble with the Florida Times Union. By the way, you're 6th. You moved up 3 spots, and you're 266 ahead of 13.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Man, that's good.
So what does this do now for the game plan for the next 3 weeks? Now do you start thinking we got to win instead of protect?
Boy, that made me feel real good. I had no clue we were that far ahead. So what do we have left? Bristol, Atlanta, Richmond. If we can make it through Bristol and have 200 points, if we can be 200 points ahead of 13th, then we just go for broke. I think of it as 100 points per race is what you need. If we were 300 right now, I think we'd really go for it at Bristol, but we still have to be conscious of that. I mean, the guys back there, I don't know who's 13th. Is it Mark or Clint? Okay. Well, Clint is he's a guy who could easily replace anyone up there, in the chase. Those guys are really strong right now. If he goes out and wins 2 in a row or something, and you step on your mess up, put your foot in your mouth, then he could capitalize on that. So you gotta be careful.
Okay, we're going to go back up to the box for the 2 questions and come back to the media center. Go ahead.
Wolfgang Munzer from Germany, Rennsport Press Agency. Carl, 2 questions. Did you make any big technical improvements before this race at your car? And second question, how identical is your car, was your car setup-wise with Greg's car?
Those are good questions. We should have made a change from practice, but we stuck with what we had in practice because we were pretty confident in it. The race ended up being sunnier, a little more slippery, and I think if we would have made some changes, we could have been better. I believe we were very close to Greg's setup, though. Our car was very close to his. We just need to adjust on ours a little bit. Oh, sorry, man. Are those yours?
Okay, we're going to hear from our second-place finisher.
Are you guys done with me?
Well, we still have some more if you
Okay.
want to. Yeah, we have a few more for you.
Okay.
All right, we'll go ahead and let Denny just make a quick opener. Denny,
Yeah, we got to go to the yes.
number 11,
Just go ahead
FedEx
and
Express
finish.
Toyota. Denny, tell us about that effort today. Fine effort.
Thanks. You can finish with him.
You want to? Okay,
He's gotta
we're
go.
gonna, all right, we have quite a few, though, we thought. All
Monty
right.
Dutton, Gaston Gazette. Carl, this may be if you accept from an overall performance, the pole on the road course being, somewhat of an anomaly, you have a remarkable string together during finishing, but the qualifying performance without deception hasn't been as much. And what I was wondering is, down the stretch, are you not putting that much effort into qualifying, or is it just a matter of your driving style? Or what I'm saying is that you have just an unbelievable series of finish right now, but you still seem to have to come from deep in the pack at most places.
Yeah, we've been focusing more on qualifying because that hurt us today, our pit stall selection and our starting spot, and that's all based on qualifying. So we have started to work on it more. It's not something it's not something we can just all of a sudden be super good at, though. It's something that we're building, and I hope that we can get it good. Here in the next 8 or 10 races, we can do a better job of it. But it is important.
Okay, we're going to close out with Carl. 2 questions right here. You're first.
Carl, Steve Kaminsky with the Grand Rapids Press. You talked about how competitive nowadays. When the series came in June, a lot of people said Gibbs was the team to beat. It is wide open. Can you tell me your opinion? What is the best team out there these days?
Man, it's tough. How many races have you won? 5. And Denny almost won the race today, and like I said, I think going into the chase, I don't think there's a favorite. I think that if we can come on a little, like we can continue gaining like we have been, I think that we'll be right there. And there's you can't count the Hendrick bunch out. It's going to be a heck of a battle.
Josh Katzenstein, Detroit News. Carl, not a win, but 3, 4, 5 for Jack. How does that feel? With him being back at the track.
It's great. We really wanted to get a win for him today, but that's a strong performance for us and for Ford. That's huge. It meant a lot to perform that well for him.
All right. Carl,
Thanks,
thank
guys.
you. Great effort. Denny, we'll go